For breakfast, I am making sausage, egg, and cheese hand pies. First, you're going to add some oil to a pan. You may not need it if you are using pork sausage. Cook your sausage until it is done, breaking it up as you go. Add your seasonings. Remove it to a plate. Be sure to drain the grease. Wipe your pan clean and add some butter. In a bowl, whisk together the eggs, milk, salt, and pepper. And then you're going to scramble your eggs for a few minutes and remove it to a plate. To assemble the pies, cut some circles out of your pie crust. Make sure that your pie crust is at room temperature. As you can see, I am using a store-bought pie crust. Please feel free to make some fresh ones if you like. On one circle, you're going to add the sausage, egg, and some cheese. Be sure not to overfill them. And then you're going to place another circle on top and seal the edges with a fork. Alternatively, you can also use a sandwich uncrustable maker to seal the pies. Then you're going to repeat the process for the rest of the hand pies. And now you're going to place your hand pies on a parchment lined baking sheet, score them and brush them with a bit of milk. Bake in the oven until golden brown, about 17 to 20 minutes. And this is what they should look like once they come out of the oven. And now I'm just placing everything onto a plate and adding some fruits, oranges, grapes, and strawberries today. And here's our breakfast. To make the smoothies, in a blender, combine 1 cup of milk, 1 frozen banana, 1 cup of frozen cauliflower, 1 cup of raspberries, a half a cup of pineapple, and 2 teaspoons of bee pollen. This is optional. And then you're going to blend this until smooth. You can also add some honey or dates if you want to sweeten this up a little bit. I added some frozen raspberries on top, and here's their smoothies. To make the pesto, you'll need 3 cups of fresh basil, a half a cup of toasted walnuts. You can also use pine nuts or hemp seeds if you're allergic to nuts, a half a cup of grated Parmesan, 3 cloves of garlic, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Blend this and slowly add a 1/3 cup of olive oil. Boil your spaghetti but remove it from the pot 5 minutes before they are done. We are going to let them simmer in the sauce. Melt some butter into a pan and add your pesto. Let this cook for about a minute. Now add your heavy cream and Parmesan sauce, and we're going to let this cook until they thicken up a little bit. The recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of pesto. However, I ended up always adding a little bit more to this because my kids love pesto. You can adjust to your liking. Once the sauce has thickened up, you're going to add your spaghetti and some frozen peas, and we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. If it gets a little too thick, just add a little bit more broth and they should be ready to go. And here's one of my kids' favorite pasta. Anything with pesto, they love it. Here I have about 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs that has been cut into bite-sized pieces, and now I'm just adding some taco seasoning and letting this marinate for at least 15 minutes at room temperature. Heat some oil into a pan and add your chicken. You're going to cook this for about 4 minutes on each side. Next, you're going to add your onion and garlic and cook for another 4 minutes. Into a large bowl, add your cooked chicken, rice, corn, beans, enchilada sauce, green chilies, and you're also going to add just a pinch of salt, pepper, cumin, and chili powder. Add half a cup of cheddar and a half a cup of mozzarella cheese. Make sure that you toss this evenly. Now spread the mixture into a casserole dish that has been sprayed with a nonstick spray. Top with the remainder cheeses, and you're going to bake this for about 10 minutes until the cheese has melted. They should look something like this, and I just garnished it with cilantro. For dessert, I am making frozen banana sticks with chocolate and granola. We're going to first cut 5 bananas in half, so you have 10 half bananas, and you need 10 popsicle sticks. Here I have 2 cups of chocolate chips, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, and I'm going to heat this in a microwave in 20 seconds intervals, stir, and then reheat it as needed. Once the chocolate has melted completely, we are ready to dip our bananas in there. This would help greatly if the bananas were frozen a little bit, but I didn't have any time, so I'm just going to dip it and then sprinkle some granola right on top, place them on a parchment lined baking sheet, and I'm going to freeze this for about 1 hour. Once they are frozen, you can also place them in a Ziploc bag for future use, and this is the final result. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye.